Hi, I'm Mike and I'm going to guide you through the new Joomla extensions directory. In 2013, the JED team started brainstorming on the upgrades for the extensions directory. In December 2014, the brand new JED has been launched and it's looking good. Let's have an overview and a walkthrough through the new JED. At the front end, there are a lot of changes. A new and improved search functionality. Still using the keywords, of course, but it's expanded with a selection of tags you can add towards your search. You can add multiple tags in one search command if you want to. You can also directly select the categories and subcategories. You can select whether you're looking for a component, a module, a plugin, or an extension-specific one. The compatibility towards Joomla 2.5 or Joomla 3. You can select whether you want a free download or a paid download. Whether it has a demo, yes or no. And if you're only looking for new or updated extensions, you can use this as well. And last but not least, you can also select or search on a score ranking. This score is given by the reviewers of the extensions. Underneath the improved search, we get the browse categories. You see a listing of all main categories into the blue blocks, and when you hover it, you get the arrow, and in that case you go directly to the main category, and otherwise you can select a subcategory by the drop-down menu just below it. Once you're in the listing itself, the display of each extension has some nice features. You see, the listing is completely different than the former version of the JED, but nevertheless it's more accurate. You see the image of the extension and the title, whether it's a free or paid extension, to which category or subcategory it belongs to, the developer, the compatibility of the extension towards Joomla 2.5 and Joomla 3, and the score it's been given to the extension by the reviewers and the number of reviews. When you hover the item, you also see a small drop down with a very short description and some icons, whether it's a component, a module, a plugin, or in some cases there's a dot with an E, and that's an extension specific one. Let's go onto the detailed page. The detailed page, of course, we have the title again, and then you have a download button. Then you have a slider with the extension image, and of course some screenshots. Underneath it, you have the introduction. It's a very short one, or it's mainly gives you the main ID of the extension. Again, a download button and a share button if you want to share it with the rest of the world. Underneath, the full description of the extension. Also the reviews and the scoring they given to it. You can also find other extensions by the same developer over there. On the right side, we have a detailed listing like the version, the developer, the dates that the extension was last updated, or when the extension was originally added to the JED, the license type it's using, whether it's a free or paid download, whether it uses the Joomla updater or not, and again the types of extension like component, module, plugin, the compatibility, and then underneath it you have 4 short links, one towards the download, towards the support of the extension, towards documentation of the extension, and if a demo is available, then this link will be active as well. Underneath it you have a review of the scores, which you can also find in detail under the review tab. Next to all that, the JED team also added some support in a knowledge base. This knowledge This knowledge base has the most frequent issues you as a user or developer might have a question about. So are you wondering about something? Go and have a look over there. You also can meet the JED team nowadays. And of course, very important when you're active on the JED, it's the terms of service. When you log into the JED, some extra features will be available. Let me just log in for a moment. When you're at the extension right now, let's just select one. You can add it to your favorites. You can make a report about it. Of course, you can share it again. Or you can write a review. Before you can submit a review, you have some guidelines which you have to agree to. Once you do, click continue. And then you can give in your review title, the language you're writing the review in, and then you can give the scores. You have functionality, ease of use, support and documentation. On the right, don't forget, you get the sliders to give the score from 0 to 100. And you can add some little extras, like I use this extension for a specific reason. Using the version, it always applies the latest version. Hit submit and your review is added. When you go to your profile, you see over here tickets. It's kind of new because it now wraps up the support tickets and the reports all in one. As you can see, you can submit tickets for the current listing, a new listing, a technical issue with the site, unpublished support, reported extension, an extension that you formerly reported because there was something wrong with it, or a review that you've made and has been reported. Over here you can find a listing of the reviews you already added, your account of course, some favorites that you added before, and extensions if you're a developer and you added some extensions. Now when you're a developer and you want to add a new extension, go to your profile and submit a new extension. Of course, please do read the FAQ before you continue, but if you already know them, let's go ahead. You give in the extension name and the version, a little description, and you can select the category over here. You can add up to 5 tags per extension. These are the predefined tags, so use them. Add the file itself. And if you want to add some alternative language descriptions, you can do it right here. Very important, the project homepage, your own website as a developer, the download link, the demo link if you have one, the support link, the documentation, and the license page. Over here with the Joomla integration, you can select whether it's a free direct download link, a free but registration required, or a paid purchase required one, and the download URL. License you apply on your extension, and whether it's related to another extension, yes or no. And then whether your extension includes a component, a module, a plugin, or an extension specific add-on. Compatibility 2.5 or 3, and whether it uses the Joomla Update Manager. And then of course whether it's free or paid. Add some media like a video, the logo of the company or the extension, some images like screenshots, And if you want to keep your listing up to date by using an XML, you can do that right over here. When you hit the save button, your extension will be scanned for some common errors, and then the submission will be handled by the JED team. Because the JED is brand new at this stage, some issues may occur, and if you find a bug or an issue, please report it to the team. You can do that by hitting the button on the far right down, report a side bug. You can also go directly into the Atlassian, or you can fill in this form, add some screenshots if you have them, and submit it. And in that way, the JED team can work out the issues or the bugs and create a perfect JED for all of us Joomlers. Well, that's about it. Have a nice day and enjoy searching the new JED.